So when you reconnect with your divine feminine essence, it means that you are learning to listen to your own divine rhythm. What does your divine rhythm sound like? In order to answer that question, we have to ask, what is divine rhythm? What is your divine rhythm? What does it entail? So, your divine rhythm is the expression of your essence. Your divine rhythm is the expression of your essence. So, your divine rhythm can be seen and it can be heard. So, how can it be seen? Well, let's go through some examples. It can be seen in how you interact with people, it can be seen in your posture. Your divine rhythm can be seen in how you position yourself in relation to other people, how you position yourself, literally, how you position yourself in relation to other people out in the world. Okay? Your divine rhythm can be seen in your relationships to other people. Your divine rhythm can be seen in your experiences and what you allow yourself to experience in life. Your divine rhythm can be seen in how you allow yourself to be treated. Your divine rhythm can be seen in how you treat yourself. So let's move to the next one. How can your divine rhythm be heard? It can be heard in how you speak. Is there a tone of confidence when you speak? Is there a tone? Does your voice carry a tone of being sure about who you are? When you speak, are you careful in your volume, or do you allow the nature of your frequency to carry through your voice? Do you allow for the natural octave of your voice to be expressed? Do you find yourself lowering your octave because you don't want to be too loud? Or you're still unsure of the power of your voice? All right, hold on to that. Let's keep going. How else can your divine rhythm be heard? It can be heard in how you speak about what you want. Your divine rhythm can be heard about how you allow yourself to express your own desires. Here's an example. Do you speak your desires with hope and with fear? Or do you speak about your desires with a knowing? Do you speak your desires in a way where you're still seeking approval and validation? Do you speak seeking to be agreeable? Or do you speak knowing that your words are validated simply because you spoke them? I'm going to repeat that. Do you speak knowing that your words are automatically validated simply because you spoke them? Your divine rhythm is the expression of your essence. When you move from a life that was governed by dogma, by religious indoctrination, by religious programming, when you move from that life into now a life that is governed by your intuition, you are reconnecting with your essence. You are reconnecting with your divine rhythm. This means, with all the examples that we just went through, this means you have to learn how to honor your divine rhythm. You have to learn how to honor your essence again so that you can listen to and hear your own divine rhythm. So, how do you do this? You do this by creating self-authored practices that influence safety in trusting yourself again. All right. So, an example, each day we make decisions. It doesn't matter whether they're big or small. Let's not put a label on it. A decision is a decision. So, to create a self-authored practice, the next decision that you make, check in with your body. What is the source of the decision? Why are you making this decision? Are you making this decision based off of a fear, based off of a panic, based off of uncertainty? Or are you making a decision that is rooted in ease and stability, emotional stability, first and foremost? That is an example of a self-authored practice. Checking in with yourself when you are making a decision or decisions to understand what the source of that decision is. Another example of a self-authored practice to learn to listen and recognize your own divine rhythm is standing in front of a mirror with your hands on your chest, saying these words slowly. I always access the wisdom of my body to make the best decisions for myself. Standing in front of the mirror with your hands on your chest, saying slowly, I always access the wisdom of my body to make the best decisions for myself. What is the purpose of laying your hands on your chest? When you speak, there is a frequency that you're expressing. Your hands on your chest is you reconnecting with that frequency, embracing your own frequency, embracing your own life force energy. Every time you speak, you are expending your life force energy. Putting your hands on your chest programs your subconscious to be more intentional about what you say, to be more intentional about paying attention to your body, to be more intentional about reconnecting with your body. That is part of you creating a self-authored practice to reconnect with your body, to reconnect with your essence so that you can learn your own divine rhythm, to hear, to learn the sound of your own divine rhythm. All right. So what you're going to do is make this a daily practice. All right. You can make this a daily practice. Again, whether you have a major decision to make that day or not. All right. Your words become your standard because your words are in your body and then they become your expression. Your expression being your divine rhythm now out into the world, now out into the cosmos, now out into the ethers. All right. So another example of a self-authored practice that influences safety in trusting yourself again is making your desires known. Making your desires known. I'm not talking about necessarily making them known to other people. I'm focused here on making your desires known to yourself. Let me give you an example of this. Oftentimes we're going throughout our day, our moment, doing things, going places, going here, going there, making, decisions, being in this body, having our human experiences, right? So oftentimes we're doing all these things and we have a desire that'll come up, okay? A desire where we're saying, oh, I wish I could do, and then fill in the blank. Or I wish I had, fill in the blank. Or wouldn't it be nice to do, fill in the blank. Those are the desires that I'm talking about. If only I was here, fill in the blank. If only I could, fill in the blank. And then we stop ourselves from even allowing that desire to even take form. We stop ourselves for whatever reason. We stop ourselves because immediately the ego goes into, well, how are you going to do that? Where are you going to get the money? You don't have time, blah, blah, blah. All these things. Okay. A self-authored practice would be the next time that comes up, that, if only I could, or I wish I had. Open up your mouth and carry that desire out. Carry it out. Say it out loud. Make it a practice to voice it. Make it a practice to hear yourself say, this is what I want. This is what I envision. All right. So those are examples of self-authored practices and how you can use those self-authored practices to reconnect with your essence and to learn to hear your own divine rhythm, to know your own divine rhythm again. Now, to take this a step further, I work with you one-on-one to take this a step further, all right, to detangle from programming, to learn to hear and listen and know your own divine rhythm again. You can schedule a one-on-one session with me at unleashedalchemy.com. Also, if you missed enrollment for our Ascension membership, which we're doing great things inside that membership. If you missed enrollment for November, that's fine. You can still sign up to be on the waiting list when I open the membership up again. I invite you to do that. Inside of the membership, we have live sessions. There's a community there of Black women like yourself who are now living their lives beyond religious dogma, who need a landing space in order to ascend into their identity, to express their true essence, and they're learning to listen to and be guided by their own divine rhythm again. If you want to join that community, get on the waiting list, all right? In the meantime, like I said, you can schedule a one-on-one session with me, and we can dive deeper into what you need, all right? What you're experiencing as you're living your life beyond religious dogma and programming. Okay, so I want to hear what your takeaways are from this episode. And until next time, be sovereign.